Hey guys, Twee here from Best Laid Plants, and I wanted to take a video of an experiment. I sometimes like how certain philodendrons grow upright, but then to a certain point, I'm not a fan. This is one of my favorite philodendrons. It's been really popular for several years now. It's called the Philodendron Birkin. You will recognize it by these gorgeous green and white or green and cream leaves. It looks just painted and fake. Lots of other philodendrons have become more popular. This has really lowered in price over the last couple of years. But you probably have never seen a mature Philodendron Birkin quite like this in terms of the presentation, because this is a Birkin. Actually, it's two Birkins that are at least a couple years old, and I actually bought it from a gal on Facebook Marketplace. And when I bought them, they were probably 2 feet tall. There were two different branches growing upright. And I like to experiment, so this is what I did. I lopped them off. There's 2 of them here. And I put them in water, and look at the roots that have grown from the aerial roots. So the dark part of those roots were the aerial roots, philodendrons and a lot of other tropical plants. They grow aerial roots because they get a lot of their nutrients in their native habitats just from the air, and also from taking their aerial roots and wrapping them around trees. A lot of plants like that are called epiphytic. They're not parasites on trees, but they're just wrapping themselves up trees, which is why we have moss poles in our houses, because we are trying to replicate a tree and what these plants do, what the climbing philodendrons do naturally. So those aerial roots are the dark part, and when I put them in water and let them root, you can just see how they extended. So there's one, and then here's the other. And now this is, again, all from the same plant. So I lopped off the two main parts of the plant, and you can see what happened. Now I change out the water about once a week, and since the roots are really healthy and long now, I'm adding some fertilizer in there too. They could not be happier. I really enjoy this presentation of the Birkin, of a mature Birkin, and I wanted to share it with you in case you are in a situation where you've got a Birkin that is mature and you're not crazy about how it's growing, because Birkins are different from climbers. It's not a climber. It grows upright. So it grows in clumps, which is why I've got like these 2 beautiful parts of the plant from just one plant, because it grows in clumps. So this was all in one nursery pot. So it's an upright philodendron, and as it grows, it doesn't climb like the others, and so it doesn't wrap around a moss pole. And I just love how it looks in this bowl. It's just beautiful. It's different. It's so healthy. I mean, look at all of that, that new growth in there. You can see all of this is new growth that's come out in the last month or so, and I am loving it. So I just wanted to share this experiment with you. It's really fun for me to play with plants and just see what will happen. A lot of people might not do something like this because they're afraid of like killing their plant, but just know you're not going to kill your plant, okay? Plants are very resilient. Philodendrons are made to grow. They just want to grow. So if you cut it and you cut it with some, aerial nodes visible and you stick it in water and you give it bright light, it's going to keep rooting. It's going to keep growing roots. So you're not going to kill it. That is one of the best recommendations I have for people who are kind of nervous about just what will happen if they, you know, lop off some of their plants that they may not be crazy about in terms of its growth. So just get brave, and if you've got a really tall, upright Birkin, a mature Birkin, and you're not really crazy about how it looks, maybe give this a whirl. It took about maybe 2 months for the roots to get like that. So I mean, you know, you can just lop it off and just stick it in water, you know, and then kind of forget about it, except for changing out the water. And look what can happen. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. See ya.